Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear and welcome to Falskallan Nights. I am your host, the Bard with no name. Thank you for sticking by and waiting for us. We ended up having technical difficulties before we could even have the technical difficulty screen up, so that's why we didn't have a countdown timer, because as soon as we were able to finally get into Streamlabs, yeah. We've been flailing chaos at this whole point, but I digress. Let's keep on moving. Before we get into tonight's session, let's get into announcements. Tom, take it away.
Thank you, JT, and thank you once again, adventurers, for joining us on Falskallan Nights. Additional thanks to Charminar for the inevitable goddamn no cursing redemption, you brilliant motherfucker. Tonight should be interesting. In a turn that was unintentionally ironic, the crew is gearing up for their assault on the Citadel. We'll need every trick of combat and guile at our disposal to infiltrate the Streamlabs, the Citadel, and succeed against Lai Shiraz. Thankfully, those tricks are right at our fingertips, thanks to our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. Their platform allows us to keep all our campaign info and character sheets in one handy-dandy place. They've got extensive character creation tools, expandable notes sections, and just about every source book under the sun. They also have all of your skill modifiers automatically filled in the second you determine your stats, so you don't need to go flipping through rule books, and you'll always know how likely you are to pick that lock, jump that canyon, or seduce that goddamn dragon, because there's more than one way to slay a beast. Thanks to D&D Beyond for continuing to enable all of our fantasies, for better or worse. Of course, our next sponsor is, all about fantasies and enabling. FX May Vary is a genre-hoppin', hard-rockin', dice-rollin' band of magnificent musicians from Newmarket, Ontario, who've recently joined the rarefied air of Dire Bear sponsors. They balance toe-tapping tunes with mental health advocacy on YouTube, Spotify, and just about any place music is streamed. You can also reach out to them on Facebook and Instagram. Their music is designed to be enjoyed by everyone and may promote feelings of happiness, an impulsive desire to move rhythmically, a desire to share with others, and a compulsion to follow the band on social media. As always, individual FX may vary. Thanks to these bodacious bards for sponsoring us and contributing two wonderful players to the Dire Bear family. Of course, if you're hearing all this and thinking, oh man, I wish I could have Tom's wonderful voice thanking me for being a Dire Bear sponsor. Well, you're in luck. Dire Bear is on Patreon, and we've got some killer rewards for your support. Discord privileges, merch, and mentions at the end of our streams at some tiers. On Wednesdays, that means you get your name sung out in a patented Diamondback parody song, which tonight's going to be an interesting one. I make no apologies. At our highest tier, you even have an opportunity to get monthly voice acting lessons from yours truly. So, if you're looking for the perfect voice for your dashing hero, or a sultry growl for your main villain that will give all your adventurers troubles in the pants, I would be more than happy to put my experience as a voiceover and radio professional at your disposal. Hop on over to patreon.com/direbearac to become part of the magic. Finally, though, if you're that interested in supporting us, why not show it in the most obvious ways possible by hopping over to the Dire Bear merch store on Streamlabs and grabbing some roaring great gear for all your nerdy needs. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies. My protracted legal battle to get underwear added to the roster is continuing to destroy what is left of my finances, but I will not stop until we have #Daddy Diamondback thongs, but that's a totally different story. In the meantime, if you want to show a little more skin while you show your support, we've got tank tops. Our Beyond Alignment line of Pride merch includes our first set of sleeveless wear, allowing you to bear arms in the most inclusive way possible. Beyond Alignment is also featured on t-shirts, and there are variants that include the non-binary, trans, and Black Lives Matter colors. They're geek, they're chic, and they're a great reminder that human rights are a year-round battle. The voices that preach hate keep on growing louder and dumber, so it's up to the rest of us to lock arms with those who are hurting and be their bulwark against any gutless cockwaffle who thinks their humanity is a matter of debate. Bears are known for their protective instincts, so let's be the Dire Bears that live up to that rep. JT, back over to you.
I definitely wasn't looking up customized thongs.
This is so long.
I'm here for the long game. But with that, that ends up with tonight's announcements. Actually, one more. It is the Dire Bear himself's birthday. It's Heath's birthday.
Happy birthday, Heath!
Happy birthday, Heath, the guy who created this whole channel for us to come together and stream our shenanigans and, well, their chaos. I want to say thank you. Happy birthday. Have lots of fun with your wife and your children. We all love you. With that, let's get into tonight's chaos with Falskallan Knights. Y'all waiting 4 days. Let's get into it. There's a preamble. Y'all been stuck in this dungeon, just grinding the bobs for looting experience. So you guys are at the Greedy Drake. Day 1 basically ended with Halsterian waking up and having a nice heart-to-heart with Howard. Howard, you're looking into that Diviner's Notebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you finally decide, like, you have this bloody thing, and it's like at this point the blood is all dried out and somewhat crispy because of the cold, but you snap the thing open and you start trying to read through it. I'd like for you to make an Arcana check, please.
Ah! Oh my god, get it out! No!
What?
What about what?
Do you make me think of like an anime schoolgirl when you hold food in your mouth?
He's the anime schoolgirl.
All the chaos
Notice
made
me,
me forget to get my dice out. I tried to roll it on the pillow and it rolled off.
Well, don't roll that on a curved surface!
Well, it was the closest empty surface. Because normally the dice
No,
thing
there's
is
your head.
That's curved too!
Just use your ass.
Oh dear.
27.
Jeez. Hank Hill's butt works like a charm. So you're flipping through this book. Fucking Christ. And this parchment it's a really high quality parchment. You're looking through and you're finding that, like, a lot of the blood had kind of soaked through a heavy portion of it. So what you can read is an Orcish, which is fine, but it's still heavily damaged. There's pages that have been cut and sliced.
Stream.
Oh, it's back.
Oh,
Okay.
No,
Wait, what?
the Zoom did a weird thing. It's fixed.
oh.
Oh, it was the
We
Zoom
all
thing.
went into the void.
Yeah.
We all died. Even the DM.
Ugh. Welcome to Falskallan Nights, where our chaos has bled into the electronics.
The gremlins, they're back.
Yeah.
Dear left. God.
As you were saying.
No, not anymore. I'm done.
Charles just walks in again.
See you next week.
It is heavily damaged, and a lot of you immediately go back to like where would be the higher leveled spells, something to see if you can sink your teeth into, and it's all destroyed. And whatever isn't destroyed is heavily ciphered, you determine.
Okay.
So like you would have to spend a lot of time to try and break this kind of a cipher. That being said, things that come out that basically jump out at you that are pretty much ready to go, that are not ciphered and whatnot. You get Arcane Eye and Locate Object.
Okay.
Huh. Makes sense with the locate object.
What? You're telling me that
There's a chance?
Yeah. It's like y'all been in this dungeon for so long. I forgot about the locket situation.
Yeah, I was like, that makes sense, so they can sense where it is. How they know to go through my clothes?
I'm be honest, I forgot the spell exists.
And it shows.
Yep.
Okay. So all of y'all roll your hit points to complete your long rest. Beatrice and Spleen, y'all still have an acute moment waking up beside each other, but the bed's just like put up. But you are still scratched and bleeding. Not bleeding, but like you're healing.
Yeah.
And because you didn't have any like arcane or spiritual type of recoveries, it's just going to take a lot longer for the wounds to kind of close up right. Your hit points are still the same. The way I kind of view hit points is kind of both a body and mind thing. So yeah, you could be at full, like you're fully mentally there, but your body's still just kind of healing. You'll still have those sores and whatnot.
Okay.
You got that one scab that you keep picking. It just keeps growing back.
I feel targeted. It's a nervous habit, okay? Damn.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Yes, I did.
So how will we? So is it how we roll? Because I don't want to do. No.
So just like roll your hit dice and heal like that, like how we've been doing for this whole dungeon.
Okay, I was like, no.
Like I'm just for the visual flavor of it. Y'all looking like you're still severely messed up.
Okay, question. If I use 6 hit dice, I take a long rest, I get 5 back, or do I get 3 back?
You get your 6 back.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm doing it. Short rests are
Got
where
it.
you lose them.
Understood.
I'm
trying to remember.
I want to try and do something different, but I'm not cruel.
Are you sure about that? You sure you're not cruel? Sure?
You want to try?
No. No, I'm not pushing the buttons. I'm not pushing the buttons.
we already got 5 other you fuckers then.
I'm
pushing my
use-
buttons.
I'm
This DM is being abused and he's not having it no more. We'll eventually get to the game tonight, guys. It's been a night.
I'm gonna use my 6. I'm using them. I'm just gonna use them.
Yeah, I burned them.
Mm-hmm. Juju, you are muted.
That explains a lot. I've been trying to explain it multiple times. The way we were doing it for the dungeon was that the long rest is essentially a long rest, except the health recovery is different. You treat it like a short rest, where you spend your hit dice to get health back instead of just recovering back. You also get your hit dice back like you would from a long rest, so you get half your hit dice back.
Because I was like,
the rest.
I remember the health thing.
Half your total hit dice you recover from a long rest.
I've been playing it as full.
Oh, I lied.
Okay.
Listen
I'll
to the
take
DM.
You know, I'm going.
I mean, if you want to do it.
No, don't want. No, no, I'm good. I'm good. Great.
I am using all of that. Yep, 8. I'm using 8. Okay. So let me go ahead and add the 32.
Where the heck do I find?
Now I have Careless Whisper stuck in my head. So the start of day 2 happens. You guys wake up, and I mean, I know Yimmer is going to go down and meet his friends. It's just funny because Dunnell, you go down to where the entrance is, and you see Dunnell, Smoothstone. He was one of the first scouts that you had met. He's sitting there on a chair, just kind of like half watching the door, half like falling asleep. Just. Just
You just wave.
he just wait. He doesn't reply to a wave. He does. You don't think he sees you? You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh,
That explains.
Why are you muting yourself?
Officially changing the title of
Rewinding. Hey, Donald.
Okay, there we go.
He's a rogue who's so stealthy.
Hold on a second. How about this? I was just thinking, fuck, you guys tell me like that.
Oh, I didn't want to scare you, like, right up close.
What the fuck are you doing out here anyway?
Oh, I just need to step outside for, like, a minute, maybe 2. You know, just want to stretch my legs. So that's a yes? Okay. Thank you. Go back to sleep. It's all good. I'll watch it while you sleep.
Sounds like my family in the Appalachians.
Oh my god.
But with that cigarette.
You mean that Lapertia growl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can do this.
Chocolate.
What do you mean it's going to get to that? Come with me.
Yikes. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you head out the door.
My great aunt Debbie.
Looks like I'm creating a new NPC, Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie.
She is the BPEG.
We can't understand a word she says.
No.
Horace and Boris are still there. The snow is still starting to creep up just a little bit more.
So are we through the sewers, or is this above ground?
This is the sewers. There's still residual moisture. The bodies are still, as much as they're cold, have a bit of moisture still to them. And
Okay.
there's like a very slight emanating heat that comes off them, but it's not enough. It's not enough to continually like thaw themselves. So in turn, they
Okay.
are a stiff corpse.
Okay. Well, I think I might have to get Howard down here sometime. But you two still good? Actually, don't bother moving. We'll keep you all intact, whatever's left of you.
You see an arm, it just flies off.
Oh, damn it! Is that Horace? Damn it! You know, I had a whole thing and it relied on arms, and just ruined it. Well, anyways, we're still good, right? We're good for another day? Yeah?
You see the detached arm, the thumb, beep, but it's facing down, so you just see like the thumb just go, beep.
Okay, now that's interesting. I'm going to have to think about that. And so, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and actually, before I go, is there an easy way to get another body down here to you guys? Is that a thumb up for yes? And no thumb for no?
What? What? What the fuck did you just ask?
Oh, they got down there, and they're stiff cadavers. You know what? That might be a bit much asking you. I don't think you have a whole brain, now that I'm looking at it. You know what? I might bring another friend. Just stay there, chill. Yeah, you're doing great. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, fucking Christ, guys.
And Yimmer will go back in.
I thought I was prepared for tonight. Let's just be honest, I wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah, Yimmer will walk back inside.
Yeah.
And close the door. And not necessarily be fired about it. Oh, good, you're awake. Well, since you're awake, I'm gonna go back inside, and yeah, thanks. Yeah. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
And you head back up. He's just still sitting there at the wine cellar. You turn around one last time.
Hey, well, I wasn't on watch. So getting at it.
So, at this point, day 2 starts. So, who wants to start?
How?
Well, all right.
I'll try identifying that
Bright
thing.
and early, might as well do it. Yeah.
All right.
Try not to blind yourself.
Identifying that ass.
Identify, not locate object.
No, it is an ass of great magnitude. It's a legendary item.
Look, I don't have legend lore. At least not yet. Might have to get it now.
Legend says that ass has been brought down by
Just do
generations.
squats. Technique.
So
Charles has entered the chat.
I love how proud Steve looks.
So
It's self-inflicted. It's a self-report.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
We're gonna move that
Eldritch Blast.
at identify, and we're gonna try a 5th level identification on Halsterian's grimoire.
Okay. Oh, let me wipe a tear. While not messing up my eye makeup. Blot, blot, blot.
Mm-hmm.
Q-tips. That's all I'm gonna say.
What will happen to Halsteria?
Even the DM doesn't know. Pick a color.
Make a very interesting way to determine
That's what's going to happen.
the opposite of roles. In a
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing this ritually or
Mm-mm. 5th level.
5th level? Ooh. You go through your incantation and sitting there with Halsterian, it takes the 6 seconds to do that, or is it a minute? Because it's identify.
Identify is, I think it's a 1-minute cast. Yeah, it's 1 minute.
So you take the 1 minute to identify. As you finish, it pings a very heavy magic. Yeah, it pings a very heavy magic. And you've basically associated this energy with Halsterian the whole time. As with looking... Because of the 5th level, you notice that there are a couple of strings that are basically attached to Halsterian from the book. One of them's a very dark color, one of them's a very light color. And it seems like the lighter color is much more prominent right now.
Yeah.
Like the darker color is like a very, very... It's like a black with a very green tint to it. Where in certain lights, you can definitely see that it has that shade in it, but when it doesn't have an active light source on it, it's just pitch black. The light one is a effervescence blue, where it kind of pulses and yeah, like it kind of pulses, but it's also just this very smooth transition between the grimoire and Halsterian. As for what you can identify, you know it to be well, the information starts coming to you. It's definitely a grimoire that is connected to a patron.
Do I get backhanded by Baltrus? No, get out.
But it's one of those because you're not familiar with being a warlock in the intricacies like that, it's basically like telling a doctor to do physics, like a general or like a pediatrics doctor to do physics.
Like you
They know of each other.
recognize, you kind of recognize it, but like it's like another language that uses the same lettering.
Yeah.
So you recognize it, but you have no idea how to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. instinctually you could figure it out, but it still will take a little bit of time to do that.
Okay. All right, Hal. You said before that there was something felt off with your magic.
Yes.
And I think you said something about you said something about the goddess that may have visited you. Remember. What was her purpose?
Fate. I'm sorry, you're bringing this up because is she connected to this now?
Maybe? So there's a lot of tethers between you and the grimoire. I assume it's because the pact. There's two that stick out.
Yes.
One dark, one light. Light one is a lot more it seems stronger right now. It's more prevalent. The dark one is definitely there. Perhaps the light one is her?
That. That tracks. It's fascinating. In all the books I've read, I don't think I've read anything about a warlock with more than one patron, at least not within the same book. That's...
Do you know what the dark one is?
Well, I assume that's Lord Baltrus. He was a powerful warlock in his own right, and that's how he became my patron. The Fate Weaver. I do wonder then if the book and the connection were altered when I went through that portal.
Perhaps.
I still have only fuzzy memories of that, but it... Suppose that makes about as much sense as anything. That it is at the very least surprising that there are both, let's call them tendons, attached there. It's I don't know, it's both surprising and not. The way she was speaking to me in my dream, provided it was her speaking to me. The bond that I have formed with her through the book is weakened when I have these bouts of anger, and that's... Yes. So it would indeed track that is why I would need to channel my rage in a way that does not feed the previous power, but the way that she said him, it's like she was talking about her rival, not Lord Baltrus, but it's the only one, the only other one attached to this book.
If Baltrus was a warlock of significant power, he has to have a patron of his own, right?
I doubt it. He's become so powerful on his own at this point. They probably went their separate ways, and I mean, how else has he become a patron, right? He has to be powerful on his own. At least that's what I've learned in my years at the academy. Whether that is true or not is becoming less and less clear. But I suppose that's where field learning comes in.
So, if you have connection with her, would it be beneficial to strengthen one or the other instead of
I would
trying
assume.
both?
Oh, I see what you mean.
If you focus on just one strand? Not even sure how you would do that. That would be more up your alley, though.
Yeah. How would I go about doing that? Would I just forego my family? No.
Oh. I don't know if you necessarily have to forego them. Using a different power source doesn't necessarily mean you're no longer family.
It's at this point Spleen and Beatrice walk out of the semi-made infirmary and see that you guys are talking.
Hey,
You're
what
muted.
you doing?
What?
Damn it! Fuck. What the fuck is going on in here?
Magic stuff?
Lame.
Well, now, before this scares you off, I actually have a question. Spleen, when you go into your rage, what does that come from? Your anger? What sort of pool of energy, if you know, does that come from? There's a sort of magic to that, is there not?
Yeah. Magic? I don't know, but maybe. It's not anger as much anymore. It was, back when I was dealing with a lot of stuff alone. When I was still learning myself. I was angry with the world I was born into, the people I was born into, and what they wanted me to be, and I hated it, so I was just an angry person. Still kinda am. I'm actually pretty nice today. I'm in a happy mood, but not as much anymore. I did learn through being alone for years that You can find power in a lot of things around you and inside you. I learned that there's mighty in a lot of things. That everything has power. Being surrounded by nature and the rivers, the mountains, the storms, the thunder, the lightning, the creatures. You have small, mighty spiders with one bite that can kill you. You have the strong bite of a crocodile that can take off a head of a mighty deer with just a twist. But you also have quick, small birds that are really hard to catch. You have quiet
Everything with a
owls.
specialty,
Right,
powerful in their own way.
right. And I learned from them. I watched for months to years. I've watched the things around me and learned their strength and tried to reflect it back to myself. What makes me strong? And then when I guess, go berserk and rage, as some call it, it's not entirely anger. It could be a show of strength, of a foe before me, a way to protect my comrades and friends. It can be also a form of triumph, knowing that that thing in front of me is fucked. And it has no idea the shit it just walked into. And I find that fun. Because it's a little bit of a surprise when they see me transform. It's satisfying. Right, it is fun. Having this overwhelming strength flow through your veins, you feel it rattling your bones, your heartbeat is beating against your chest like a war drum, and you're ready for battle, and you're ready for blood to bathe you in warmth like a cowl.
Oh, that
It gave
reminds
me
me, Hal.
goosebumps. Just
It's been quite some time since we have done any synchronized casting.
I suppose it has.
We used to
I've-
have quite a bit of fun with that.
That's true, we did. Very
Messing with
creative
things.
outlet. And
Seeing what could and couldn't be done with our magic. If it didn't
yes,
work, it wasn't a big deal. It was fun regardless.
but the it's sort of a comforting fun in a strange, feral way for you, Spleen.
Yeah.
It's fascinating that it's almost as if you took druidic magic and made it, wove it, so to speak, into your muscles, your whole carnage fueled battle stances, that sort of thing. It's
Well, they've accepted me. I had to prove myself, and they came to me, these beings, these spirits, these guardians. I can see them, I can dream them, I can sometimes summon them to speak to them, but I can feel them constantly. That they're watching.
That is very similar to the bond of a warlock and their patron. I will want to think on this. Maybe he's just been scribbling notes this whole time.
First, you need to find yourself. You need to center yourself so you can be a blank canvas for whatever power you're wanting to seek. Because if you think you're weak, if you think you're troubled, if you think you're lost, then you are lost, then you are troubled. And you're only gonna get strength and power of that small little amount. You just need to let go. Let it go and figure out yourself first. What do you want? Not what anybody else wants. Not what your grandpa wants. Not what the colors want from you. Not what Howard wants from you. Shush. If you like magic, then pursue it. If you like rage and hitting stuff hard, then pursue it. Join me and train. But you don't have to. If you want magic and want you to book stuff, and you enjoy it, like you said it was fun, in a comforting way, then join Howard. Don't feel pressured by other people's bullshit. You're constantly in your head.
That is true. I think I would like to do both. It depends on... It can really come down to the drop of a hat. It depends on my mood. I'd love to channel the knowledge that I've collected into this fierceness, this ferocity. I would love to be able to combine the two. I suppose I could look into enchantment, getting more, at the very least, magical items around. Something like certain mediums, like metals, can conduct magic better for weapons and armor and the like. But I want to make a more solid connection of magic and body. I want that. That's stupid, isn't it?
No.
No.
The only person that thinks it's stupid is you.
Oh, you've seen what I do. I'm no fighter, but it doesn't stop me from trying.
It's at this point, Yimmer, Diamondback. Yimmer, you're back from your minor morning adventure in Diamondback. I don't know what you were doing, but now you're back from it.
I was probably just tuning up the lute, playing some songs, and seeing if anybody needs healing.
Look, I could have used you earlier. The cat lady just put herbs and shit on us.
I was out of slots.
I felt like I was being seasoned.
Yeah, weird. We would chew up a leaf and then slop it on us. And I was like, oh, okay, this is different.
Wait, who is this?
Do not discount the old ways. You just hear from the background.
Damn. It her on the infiltration crew.
Now,
What was it?
Did it work?
I think I would like to learn some things and maybe teach you some things about, all sorts of things. Like mushrooms. All the different ones.
Is this a failed attempt at hitting on me?
Not unless you want it to.
yes, but no, but yes.
I can show you a particular mushroom.
You want to see a king's head?
Ugh.
Here! And he pulls out a king's head mushroom. Because I'm a king.
I forgot you were still walking around with the crown on.
Same.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's like a kid with like the Burger King crown walking around the place.
Except it's actually made of like precious metals.
Yeah.
They should have had your stealth rolls had a little more difficulty because of that. I forgot that was on you.
It was very snug.
Definitely the Burger King or medieval times. You were the Yellow Knight, weren't you?
Was that the asshole one? That was the green one.
I don't know.
All I know is the Red Knight's going down.
Oh God.
So yeah, let's put a pin on hitting on you until maybe later tonight, maybe, My place, your place. My place has a bit of people in it, unless that's kind of your thing. Anyways,
I think your place is her place. Like, we're all kind of staying here.
Oh.
Well, that's very open.
Well then, I don't know what we were wasting time yesterday night doing, but let's not waste another night.
Oh my gosh.
This was an Academy Award-winning moment.
And then you brought Diamondback and Yimmer in.
Yep. And then I had to bring them in. You know what? We're rewinding. You guys never showed up. No, I'm talking like at the beginning of the campaign there.
Who was that?
Just Thanos snap you.
I know. Who was that?
My ego is dissolving. Anyways, back to your healy, sticky, leafy things. Where'd you get them?
I have just basic alchemy herbs.
Oh, so it's not like really crazy funky stuff.
No, not at all.
Oh. Okay, well, that's cool. If you want to see some funky stuff, I'm your guy. If you want to feel funky things, I'm definitely your guy. This has been good. I'll see you tonight, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Herself in the corner.
Mess hall around dinner time.
Uh-huh. I have clients I need to get to.
Oh, I'm not into pain.
She walks off.
I just tune up the loot. I wish the couple on the corner would just get a room. It's like everyone around me's on their honeymoon. I'd love to take a pin to a heart-shaped balloon. Everybody's got somebody but me. That's all right, buddy. You'll land them
that a few
sometime.
months ago.
I mean, that's just a little thing I've been working on for a while now. Thought it was jokingly appropriate of not trying to harsh your game there, Yim.
Oh, no. It was really more so the the chewy, leafy, spitty stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of your vanilla, if you will. So yeah, all good. Besides, I guess it's pretty open tonight. So yeah, fun times.
Well, what do you say? Think people could use a bit of a party this evening? Got what? 2-3 more days before we all go off and do the thing?
Now that you're here, I might need your help.
Oh.
Do you have any mushrooms in stock that could
Yes,
help with meditation?
maybe.
I don't think I've ever heard you use that word before.
Well, it depends on the meditation you're going for. Like, my meditation is just, I'm gone. But like, if you want like productive meditation, well, maybe.
Preferably serenity, but in control.
I can do serenity. Can't do control.
I'll take
That's something
small
that you
bites.
must find within yourself.
Yes, small bites.
Yimmer just gives the same speech Spleen does, but along the mushroom line.
Yep. It's all within yourself.
The stoner giving the high stressed academic the speech.
Yeah, can try and give you something. And then you just see what happens.
Yes, I will give it a try.
Now that's something I haven't heard you say.
I am trying to say it more.
Oh, well. Today's just going to be a wonderful day of experiences, I see.
We shall certainly find out.
So, yeah, Yimmer reaches into the special sack and pulls out
I'm
some
just
kind of
gonna roll.
mushroom.
I'm rolling now.
Yeah. Are you just grabbing?
Yeah, but I feel as though I would go into to Mr. Sack for this
Go
one.
into the mystery sack. Okay, give me a second.
Oh, no.
No, Mr. Sack.
Mr. Sack, mystery sack. That's all that's fucking same to me. What the fuck is in there? I don't even know. Do I want to know? No.
Not after
No.
all the stuff I've put in there.
Roll a d100 for me, bud.
Woo, boy. You're in for a treat. D100. That is 17.
You first pull out a short stem in white and brown with short stem with a white brown coloration mushroom. Kind of looks like a white cap, but there's a black tip at the apex of the bulb. And you're like, oh, not that one, not that one.
Keep that one for later.
By the way, that was a death cap.
Yeah, that would have been too much serenity.
That would have been permanent serenity.
Definitely no control. Except I could. No. Later.
But then you finally realize that, okay, nah, we're not gonna do that. You actually look through the sack, and then you pull out a mushroom that has a white stem with flaring annulus skirt underneath a red bulbous cap. It's speckled with small white bulbs, and you realize this is going to be the one
Yeah.
for
That's
Serenity.
Mr. Sack.
Yeah.
I swear, you're trying to kill him. That's my friend.
Yeah. This is an Amanita.
And a rubber?
Amanita. Amanita.
And then
Anemone.
I've seen one from Skyrim.
Amanita.
Didn't know that was how you pronounced it, to be honest. So,
Oh, these ones. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, do you want to be alone for this, or do you need someone to like sit around and make sure you don't go smashy, or oh dear God, what's happening?
honestly, if you want to all be my trip sitter, then by all means.
Well, sounds good. That way you don't wind up halfway across the camp with suspicious articles of clothing missing.
Or someone
What?
else's.
It's a bit fun sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, not in the middle of winter, yeah.
That doesn't sound pleasant. No.
Yeah,
It would.
guess you don't have the same insulation as me.
Can confirm that I don't.
But yeah, you can have this one, and I think I might join you.
You want to like eat a bunch of food? Because sometimes when I want to relax, I just eat a bunch of food, so I'm in a food coma.
I've not have a breakfast beer yet. Oh my god, let's go get food.
Beatrice, you get up and you leave the little spot where everybody is. You go right to the bar.
I'll just order like a massive breakfast thing if there's a kitchen. Bring up food for the party.
Yeah, Illyria is there, and so she looks at you. Beatrice, what are you up to?
Breakfast. And a breakfast beer.
Breakfast beer. Okay, breakfast beer. What are you thinking? Light, dark, hearty? Something that keeps you warm?
Surprise me, Ilaria.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. So she takes like four mugs, like giant steins, and she puts them over just like a stove, just like on top of a iron, like an iron flat over a warm stove, and she's warming up the beer, and she kind of gives a stir. About 5 minutes later, she picks up each stein. Don't worry. These things are easy to handle, and puts them all down. You open up the steins, and it's filled with a dark beer. It almost looks like a stout with a nice hearty head on it. You swirl it around, and you get these very rich notes of molasses into it, and like the rich notes of molasses, and you get the hint of like, is that a coffee scent on it? You think, shit. This is some rare shit.
Oh, fuck, this is good. Oh my god, I need this like all day, every day, please. Thank you. Caffeine and beer in one. Woo!
Beer fiend. Got it.
Beer fiend. I'll bring those up to the party, and then I'll go back down and get like food, like actual food.
Yep.
Pass those around and be like, this shit's good.
I'm gonna go help with carrying the food.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the trippers.
We'll be back.
For a second there, I thought you said strippers. I'm like, what?
Strippers are leaving.
No. We paid for the hour. So you go back and grab food, and you'd smell the food that was cooking. You smelled like nice sides of bacon and pork that are being cooked right up, and some of the bread, as much as it's not exactly fresh anymore, it gets toasted on both sides, and you get like just the lasting lard from the bacon slathered onto it, so you kind of got a little bit of hardiness to the bread. Kind of gets put on and sandwiched in, so you got this just you got like this pork sandwich. There isn't any like green filler within the middle because you kind of figured that it kind of hasn't lasted.
You don't need any of that vegetable shit.
Would you like a salad? Seeing as I'm an elf, no. I'm not an elf, no. Transposing Ron Swanson quotes into dwarf quotes are just the best.
Bring me all the wild boar and mead you have. Stop. What you think you heard was bring me a lot of wild boar and mead. What I said was bring me all the wild boar and mead you have.
Best quote.
Yeah.
Give a wizard an axe and he can defend himself. Teach him to defend himself, and he can kill an orc. Killing orcs is not that hard.
It's so good.
Yep.
So you come back with all these sandwiches. We're clearly on just track tonight.
Yeah.
It's super delicious. Anyway, you guys go.
I recommend eat the mushroom first, then eat the sandwich, or whatever food you want. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for a while and, you'll kind of get bored, wander off, do something, and then boom! Hits you right when you're having a conversation, and that can be awkward. Because then when you come to, the conversation's long gone, and you got some angry people at you.
Sounds
This
like you're
sounds
speaking
like-
from experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
No better expert in the house, I suppose.
Well, I'm a king after all.
Indeed you are, Spore King.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes, mushroom.
sandwich first then.
No,
No, wait.
okay.
Mushroom first. I was paying
Yeah.
attention, I assume.
Yeah, yeah, so this is not a good sign, but I like where your head's at. Nope. Heads up.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. You take a bite. It's not exactly delicious. It's got the consistency of like a dried mushroom, so it's just very chewy. It's not exactly flavorful either, but it goes down. I'd like for you to make a Constitution saving throw. Yimmer, it just happens.
Oh boy. Alright. 11.
11. Okay. A moment goes by. 2 moments go by. Not exactly feeling anything just yet. You think? So at this point, Tobias comes in and he's still. You feel like he hasn't taken his armor off in a very long time. And you see in his eyes just this very, very tired look. There's just bags on bags on bags. It doesn't look like he's had a decent sleep in a very, very long time. He comes in. What are you doing?
Eating and drinking.
Oh, I could go for that right now. Yes. Oh, thanks. He just takes a swig. Oh, Lyria. She knows what she's doing.
She's a magician. That's some of the best breakfast beer I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Howard. Ready to send some messages?
Yeah.
We're having a little bit of a kumbaya.
What?
Kumbaya. Kumbaya. I
Important
don't know.
conversations, but I can pick it up again.
Right. It's come with me.
All right.
And he takes you out, and you guys proceed to go to his office, where you will start sending messages back and forth, just being like the telegraph operator.
Thinking about it. He's also going to mention before we start sending messages that his limited capability to do this during these couple of days, but anyone who is not a combatant, he can send away. They will either have to go to Anver or to Finistad.
So you just said a bunch of things at me, and it just didn't register. It says I'm trying to put it together.
Like, as they're walking away, Howard's going to be mentioning to Tobias, we have this downtime. I can only do it a couple of times a day.
Yeah.
Very limited time frame. But anyone who is here at the Greedy Jake who is not a combatant, we just want to be safe, I can send away.
Gotcha. All right. I understand. I think for now we're just going to keep everything as is.
Right.
Doesn't seem like our position is compromised, and we need more coordination than sending. All right. Let's go. So we could role play this, or we could go back to the main group and like you guys can experience the trip together. Actually, we'll do this. So Tobias basically starts requesting you sending messages to Fury to set up like a commando unit to be ready for teleportation in 2 days time. Just a general check-in on Envy to make sure that she's getting her forces, or what she can immediately grab with the fleet and bring towards Solness. Another one's actually to Sabrak.
Briggy.
Basically. It's funny how it just immediately turns to Spriggy in my head. It's like, yep, he's still in there. Basically to ensure that it's like check in, see if anything, what the hell's going on, what's Menestad up to. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it for now. Those are basically the main key players you can think of at this moment that really need to get going. So Fury replies back with he understands, like understood, can get things done. Give the go ahead when you're ready, or when you have a better battle plan. Envy's having a hell of a time grabbing ships right now because they're so scattered. It seems like she's going to be coming in with a ragtag fleet. And you don't get a reply back from Sabrak.
He's probably in the middle of a bunch of people and refuses to speak.
New phone, who dis?
This is not the burner.
Seems like the someone called him and he mutes it instead of answering. Flips phone over so he doesn't look at it.
Or he is answering, but it's sign language.
Oh. Imagine that.
It's just him signing to himself in the middle of it. Actually, no, there's one more. Bray Hindergrass. Checking in. His report back is him and Darren are working on a spore capsule release. In turn, he's making a timed grenade. And things are actually working quite well, surprisingly. It's really weird that Darren is being so cooperative right now. That was that. Yeah.
You said Enmei responded that they're a bit scattered right now. She's essentially got a ragtag fleet for this.
As long as we have enough to block through the barricade. That's the only major concern. So while this is happening, back at the other guys, Halstarian, it doesn't seem to be working.
So, I see that this is kind of plain for both of us, you know? I mean, I'm sure you have your own resistance to this, let's be honest, at this point, but are you sure you gave either of us the right mushroom?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Alright.
Like, red cap with white is quite a delight. So, yeah, that's kind of...
It's as he says this, his words just start.
What is it, Lord?
Oh gosh.
It's basically the D&D movie where you
Yeah,
fail the
just-
concentration check.
Yep.
Great.
It's the best representation of a failed concentration check.
You with me? Hell? Yeah?
Is this relaxing?
For me, yeah. How about for you?
Are they talking really slow or really fast to us?
They're both not making sense. It's basically like a mushroom variant of Thieves' Cant.
Maybe the movie Midsummer, where it's just like she doesn't know like Swedish, but because of like what she took, she just like suddenly can speak it and understand it.
All right, well, they're doing okay so far. If they start stripping, we got to step in.
What do you mean? Step in.
Look, first the clothes go off, and then you start wandering.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I'll take hell.
My eyebrows hurt.
Yeah.
Where'd you come back?
Oh no!
And you notice that like Halcyon not wearing his like winter cloak.
Aren't you cold, bud?
Yimmer's already naked.
Why? What?
Look, man, I tried to stop him, but he started with the pants, and I got scared. At least they're not walking around anywhere. We keep them contained. We should be able to avoid, well, what wrecked one of our more recent mercenary contracts. Don't ask.
Yimmer's still wearing the crown.
The kid will take a bath but will not remove the crown.
Yep.
Like like the Iron Man plastic mask. Your Iron Man taking a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Nano machines.
As long as we got somebody who can hold the door if they get up and start walking, I think we're going to be okay.
Okay.
How you feeling, Hal?
Find your
Fire.
serenity yet?
Shit, I was supposed to be looking for that.
Don't think about it, man. Stay away from responsibility. Just let it go.
Dude,
Or,
that's
like pull our
deep.
axes out and try and start a fight and see what happens.
Okay, no.
That is a
They're-
fantastic idea. That's how I need to make my berserker mode more. He points to Yimmer. That
All you did was just point directly at me.
You gestured to all of me.
yes.
So to the training yard then? Or yard? Wherever you could train in this
The
place.
training
We're going outside?
No.
I don't think outside is a good idea.
Just was not until you get your pants back on, Yim. It happened again.
Oh, shit. So it did.
Yep.
Well, since I'm already naked, I'm just going to stay naked.
You walk outside. You walk out. You hear Larry. Ah! Covered in shame.
Damn it! Who had the door?
Spleen has it like held open for him.
He's like
Just laughing.
Three kids that are just running around. They just stop, look, just like they're dead staring. You see the mother just coming in. Tobias walks in. I've had those days too. Get some clothes on.
I hand Yimmer's pants over to him.
Yeah, fine. As
Yeah,
long as we're going on an adventure.
We sure are, buddy. We sure are. We're going on an adventure back into your shirt as well. Do I have to put this on you, or are your arms going to cooperate with me this time?
Oh, the right one is, but the left one, he's a tricky guy.
Okay, well, you take care of Righty. I'll get Lefty into order.
Just imagine him putting this shirt on and Yimmer's left hand just like slaps
Yeah.
him.
Your legs are... Oh, did you shave?
That's my boot, Yimmer.
Oh, so smooth.
Thank you. I polished it this morning.
Oh, I think I can see myself.
Is that
Yeah,
what I look like?
One way or another, I'm sure you can. Okay. Now, let's get your... Where'd you put your socks?
I don't know. The socks are on his hands.
All right. Anybody got mittens that are going to fit his feet? Because that's just not going to happen.
Why don't we have those? Like,
Mittens for your feet? I think those are socks.
oh my.
Yeah.
You blow my mind, Beatrice.
You know what'll blow your mind even more, Yim? Those mittens that are on your hands right now? I'd bet any money that if you took those off and put them on your feet, they'd fit perfect.
No.
Come on. 20 gold.
Like 20 gold for me if they fit?
20 gold for both of us if they fit. I'll give you 20, you give me 20.
Okay. Yimmer puts his socks on. Or, sorry, his feet mittens on.
Yeah.
Well, shit, son. Looks like I owe you 20 gold and you owe me 20 gold.
Yeah, I'll find that.
You can owe me. We'll talk about it when you sober up.
Okay. Can I have the 20 gold, though?
You know, I misplaced my coin purse as well. I think I'm a little screwy in the head too, but we'll get you your 20 once you're sober again.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's right there.
Not helping, spleen. Yeah, all right, sure, buddy. Here's your 20 gold. Good job putting your damn socks on.
Feet mittens.
Your feet mittens. My mistake, and I give him 20 gold.
Yes.
Feet mittens be fitting.
Yimmer, you know gloves? How they fit on each of your individual fingers? My Granny L makes gloves for your feet. She makes
those
toe socks.
toe socks. Oh no!
That sounds
Do they have the
weird.
little grippies?
Yup.
Oh, that
I
would
love
be
those.
so useful.
So if we ever make our way up to Ram's Bottom, I'm sure she'll knit you a pair.
I'm sorry,
Alrighty.
do what?
Tobias is still there. You're making me miss my wife.
Dear soon.
One
Do you
day.
have any feet gloves?
No, I don't. I didn't grab anything on the way out.
One day I want to make a pair of shoes that you can be like relaxed mode or you can go into like combat sports mode, and I want to call them Crocs.
That sounds badass.
Like you can
And
take
we're
them
gonna
and
end tonight's episode with that.
and they got holes in them, so if they get wet, they'll like drain out and like air dry. Like it's good. Like you can use it anywhere.
Wait, but they're not made of like cloth. They're made of like this like weird like squishy material.
Yeah.
Like okay, that's cool.
I bet
Yeah,
they would
that's
look great if
genius.
you. I bet they would look great if you wore your feet mittens with them as well.
Right. Yeah. And and if you have holes, you can see like the color of your feet mittens. Yeah, you can show it all off.
Oh, great. All right, Howard, these guys are coordinating now. Can you just make sure Helsterian still has his clothes on?
They're high and they're coordinating. What have we become?
I can make sure clothes stay on, but I am out of power to contain any of them with the bubble. So, oh boy.
You hear that, Hal? We won't be contained. Let it go!
I'm busy not drawing battle plans.
He would be that high.
Yeah. They sure do involve an awful lot of dicks.
No, I'm not drawing. Gleam told me not to worry about it. Really, several of you did. I think. So I'm not worrying about it. So there's no plans.
Oh my god.
He's still holding the pen. You will not put that down.
There's just a mighty quill in his hand.
I was like, you better watch that quill because this motherfucker will take that shit. Pointing at Diamondback.
Once
Is that the
again,
butt quill?
You quill stealing bitch.
the last damn time I thought you had a belt on.
If it
I
is
can't believe
that
I have
quill,
to describe that.
I would have to steal it. Have to have stolen it, right? Because that's funnier somehow. Somehow he had the wherewithal to do that.
I just kind of turn over to Howard. So, not that I've been privy to any conversation about Halsterian's state of mind or nothing, but would you call this an improvement over how he's been doing recently, or?
I would say it's a good distraction.
We need to go test his serenity.
Not right now.
Also, Yim, I can see you starting to unbutton them pants.
Well, we're not going anywhere. These pants were made for walking.
Exactly, keep them on your legs.
I can't if I'm not walking.
They can't walk without you in them.
That's what they want you to think.
That's how physics works, buddy.
I've seen it. They don't move when they're not on you.
What is this?
I don't know. Given, I was like, I don't know how to interrupt this. I just honestly don't.
Please do.
Progress is being made. This is the most important thing we must do before any sort of big battle is get high.
Get high.
I'm honestly just really tired. I got hit with a big wave, and I've been out in the heat.
Been hot.
Yeah, it was 40 degrees up here
Oh.
today.
Oh my god.
So what is that? 103
freaking hot.
103 degrees or something like that.
Somewhere up
Yeah,
there,
something like that.
So it's
Okay.
she's spicy. So I was out in that. So I thought I'd have a little more energy to be pulling through this, but I'm enjoying all of this. It's just
Oh yeah,
like,
we got it.
All right.
Sun is a deadly laser.
it just reminds me of The Simpsons, where it's just like, it's really hot out there. Just try and survive, and Millhouse is running outside being followed by a giant laser.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, let me in!
Oh god, I love The Simpsons.
Old school Simpsons is where it's at. That being said, so you guys basically spend your afternoon just having a go nowhere situation, and Alsterian, you kind of realize mushrooms may not be right for this moment.
Turns out I'm allergic.
That's not
To
good.
calm, I mean.
Oh,
Oh no, am I allergic to mushrooms? If I was allergic, you'd tell me, alright?
well, I think that's something you have to tell me.
They're not guards.
Yeah. Yeah, based on previous experience, if you were allergic, things would have gone far worse. Yim, why are you still taking your pants off?
We're in the same place. The parents, they must walk.
Yeah, I thought you'd sobered up. I had hope.
Oh, I had a second one. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Hell with it. Fine. Be free.
Woo!
Just stay contained in this room.
Yimmer's the kid who will never wear pants. It's summer. There was just rained. I'm naked. I'm rolling through the mud.
We need to give Yimmer a skirt or a dress. And then he's not actually wearing pants, but he's wearing pants.
Are you suggesting a battle kilt?
Yes.
Yes.
A tearaway battle kilt?
Or away.
Tearaway.
Tearaway now.
It's like that's just him. Just pops a mushroom.
That's how I'm so sneaky.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I need to go to the bathroom real bad. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Y'all just continue on this charade.
Yeah, you don't need to be here for
I
any.
don't need to be a part of this conversation anymore. All moderation is just out.
Yeah.
So what else are we going to make canon while the DM isn't here?
Oh my god.
Oh, Crocs. I love that.
Yeah.
And the
I do
Toby
still like the
Crocs.
idea of battling. Maybe I can go into my rage and try to, not
Try to push
be-
me over. That's it. Something simple. Just try to push me over.
Oh, are we doing
Goes
this?
for a shove.
I stand firm. It's just like, oh,
You didn't say you'd make it difficult. Damn it.
Well,
Nothing's gonna be easy in life. All the time.
Let it go, Hal.
Well, I am very rich.
if you don't mind me inquiring, Hal, like, what ultimately is it that you are looking to achieve? Not in life, like just with this. I don't want to make it too difficult.
I mean, really, I'd like to have my magic work for a change. It seems like it's been on the fritz lately. I just want to... I don't know, I want to make myself better, but I don't... It's
Hal,
sort of a prove that I can situation, I think.
I mean, I know you can, Hal.
Yeah.
But there's a degree at which you cannot avoid failure. JT.
crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
There,
That crunch.
Spleen, Hal, you both know that Exus saved me. I haven't
I'm sorry,
told
what
a-
did you say? I just heard the crunch.
That said, Spleen, Hal, you both know Exus saved me during the war. That's how we met. I haven't told you in depth. I haven't told many people this story. The force I was with, usually artillery or whatever else they needed, there was battle going on, and we were holding off. We were doing what we do. Until we weren't. Until our magic stopped. Abruptly. Could not do anything. None of us. I don't know what they used, but it canceled out magic, the entire area. And we were very quickly overrun. Back then, I did not use sword and shield very much. We had them, as all the soldiers were issued. But we didn't really train with them. A lot of people got cut down very quick. Not entirely sure how I made it out. It gets a little bit fuzzy. I took several knocks to the head and to the body and to everywhere, really. For the next few days were very sore. What I do know is what Exus told me a few days later. By the time he and his group had come in, most of us were gone. Few of us had managed to bunker down and survive. I was among them. And the shield that I carry, the only reason I'm still alive. I've had it repaired since then, but it had a pretty large gash in it. Zeus found me. With the sword that it stopped still in it. And apparently I was in the state of a point at which I did not recognize friend from. He had to take me down. A few days later, I learned what happened. So I've made it a point to keep the shield and keep a sword and know how to use them. And as you are very well aware, Spleen, I am not great. But I still practice. Because sometimes what we use and sometimes what we're best at will fail. And you need something to fall back on. And sometimes it just takes more practice to succeed. Look at where I am now, what I'm able to do now. Both with magic and with the sword and shield. And the most important aspect is those you can rely on when they do. In that case, it was Exus. In your case, you have us.
I'm glad you're still here. That
He's just gonna reach in and hug Hal. We're always here for you.
I go over and I hug Hal too. Just like around the kneecaps. That's all I can reach.
It's not the kneecaps. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like you get a face full of titties, basically, is what you get.
I'll join in.
I'm gonna keep Yimmer away because he's naked again. No. You're
muted.
But everyone's
There, I'll hug him.
Put some clothes on him.
It's a beautiful moment. As the camera pulls away, you see like the whole group hugging, and there's Yim's butt just gleaming.
He starts trying to hump someone's leg. No.
Not this again.
The contract is up.
No.
You're right. It's supposed to be later out here.
Oh God, we can't let him find. You know who?
Yeah, Miss Meow.
Yeah, if he finds Miss Meow, then we might get kicked out of here.
Yep.
All right. Well, Card's in here till he's sober.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, all right.
Another round of drinks. We'll get more drinks.
Sounds good to me.
Buddy,
So you head back,
settling
Olivia
down, I'm
fills you
gonna-
right back up.
I'm gonna saunter up to Howard, and if he's sitting down and stuff, just putting my hand on his shoulder and giving it a hard squeeze.
Spleen.
I shuffle the deck up. I look over at Hal and go, yeah, I'm planning for what we got to do. Help you out if maybe somebody offered to share that burden with you.
I mean, I'd like that.
Planned a con or two in my day. And the way I see it, what we're doing here, I mean, we could go knocking on the front door, old military style, and see how that works out for us, or we could try and hoodwink these sons of bitches. What sounds best to you?
I think they've done enough hoodwinking. The tables should be turned.
All right.
It's at this moment you hear.
Yes.
Toby's put together a team. We're going to see if we can go find an entrance to the Citadel underground. You in?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This better
Hell
stop
yeah.
like this.
oh, we're going. Great. Get the
Oh,
pants on.
Oh, shit.
You all walk out. Yammer walks out earlier. Yeah. Ah! Company of shame.
Before we head out, I am gonna grab Hal. Pull him aside. Is there... You asked me about the rage. Is there something in you? Or something speaking to you?
Not exactly. With the bond carried with the book that I'm always holding, there is a connection that warlocks have to a patron, and that, in my case, is through that book. I've been getting having a connection with my ancestor, Lord Baltrus, for years. But after that, well, after being in the portal a couple months ago, it's not been a direct contact anymore. Do you remember what I told you of what I remembered that I saw on the other side of the portal? How it seemed to be the Fate Weaver?
Yeah.
I've been having, well, vague dreams up until a couple of nights ago. But the other night, it was not a vague dream. It was, I can only assume, the Fate Weaver. And it seemed very similar to that connection that I had with Lord Baltrus, and after with what Howard saw, the connections coming toward me, more than one, from that book that I told you about. You said you had more than one voice entity talking to you for your...
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well...
But they work together. They work together. Yours doesn't seem like that, then.
No, they do seem rather conflicted.
Reach out to the Fate Maker. Or Fate Weaver, whatever. The Fate person. Just reach out to them. Have you done so? Not through dreams, but this meditation serenity. Just focus on trying to speak to this entity.
Never really thought I could do that. Usually, it was Lord Baltrus contacting me. It was...
Yeah, well, this is not Lord Baltrus. It seems like he will only contact you when he needs something or demands something. But the thing is, the difference here is with mine, we work together. We speak to each other whenever, like we are one. Like we are family, friends, a team. Yours doesn't seem like a team. It seems like a pawn for Lord Baltrus, even though it's your family.
That's not true. We're all a part of the family. Everything that any of us do is for our family to grow happier and stronger together.
Yeah, that's what the goblins and the hobgoblins told me growing up back there, is that we all do this for the greater good. We all do this for the family, for the clans. But really, they don't give a shit. They don't. And I don't want it to be too late until you realize that. Family doesn't have to be just blood. It seems like your connection to your family's gone weaker. Like they cut you off or something. Like left you. Is that what's going on? Since you reached out to something else? It's like a, oh no.
Well, it's
You did your own path.
Well,
Rude? How is that rude? This world is full of other type of entities, other types of power, and just for them to expect for you to not indulge in what the world has to offer is rude because you're using somebody else. That's ego.
I see where you're coming from. But they have given me so much. So much of my spells I would not have
And
had access to.
Oh, that was their decision. That doesn't mean that you should owe them anything. It's like a child having making the parent guilting the child for them existing. Oh, I took care of you. Well, that's your job. Doesn't mean that I owe you. You did that. Now it's your turn to live your life. You weren't born to serve them.
I think I need to sit down. But You're making very good points, and it's making my head hurt.
I tend to do that sometimes. I tend to make people question authority.
That
Yes,
is
you
part
do.
of your charm.
Seize power. Seize it. It's yours. That is your birthright. Not from family riches. But the world is in your hands. Seize it. Reach out to the Fate Weaver.
Okay, I will. I will. Maybe after I sober up a bit, but
Yeah, put this jacket back on. What in the world? Your nipples are hard and it's poking through. I don't know where to look right now.
Spleen, my eyes are up here.
Sorry, I just completely.
Tonight's been an emotional roller coaster.
It's nice to been a roller coaster. Emotional is, I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, go.
Welcome to my Theodore speech.
I really don't know how long that stuff will go away. You might want to ask Yimmer.
I think I should just have some food.
More? You ate a foot long. By yourself.
It's gotta help, right?
I mean, a man's got to eat. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just making sure that you don't overeat and then ugh.
Won't that also help?
Oh, let's make you eat. Let's go.
You guys walk out to the main area. Basically, it's like you're the last ones to come into the room. Everybody's already situated. You see Tobias kind of going through a battle plan. You see Helster and Ripsnarl there. You see Karis Hour and Ludlow Cud all hanging around. They seemingly volunteered to go on this mission as well. And Tobias is looking over. As far as we know, any sort of connection to the Citadel might be blockaded underground. We don't know. We're going to need to figure this out. That's why we're going to send a wide net all the way through. We're going to head into the sewers, go west, and hope to God we find something. Because if we don't, I mean, we're going to have to do this above land, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Through the sewers is best.
Agreed. Which at this point, I'm assuming all of you are in there.
It seems to be we find ourselves there one way or another.
Right. Yeah. If you're all going to go in together, then this is a good time to do it. We'll get everything prepped here. Make sure you come back alive. Don't think you'll find much resistance down there, but, I don't know. Things are weird.
Time is a weird soup.
All right, get yourself prepped. You got an hour. Then out you go. And for God's sakes, put some pants on.
You did.
Muted again.
We should name the session Unmute Yourself.
You guys take an hour to get yourself set up, pack all your things. By this time, Halcyon, you do sober up. Yimmer, I think, is just perpetually stoned.
Yeah.
It's like the stoner with a perma buzz.
Perma-fried.
That's
Yeah.
just me.
Basically, it's just your brain is all weed at that point. Weed or shrooms. But with that, I'm gonna end tonight's session early. I can't. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
time.
okay.
So with who he had me message, if I were to say 2 messages for each of them, excepting Sebrek, who did not respond, just
Mhm.
one to him. Does that sound good?
Yep.
I will adjust my spell slots accordingly.
Sweet. So with that, we're gonna end tonight's session there. Yeah, it's just been a day. Yes, the session's not helped as much as I wanted it to. But with that, we're gonna get into the ending announcements. And until then, we'll figure somebody to raid. Tom.
Sure thing. Well, thank you so much again for joining us here in Falskallan for your patented Team Them chaos and tender moments. Love that we can balance them. Thanks again to D&D Beyond for sponsoring us and our nonsense. Thanks to FX May Vary for sponsoring us and contributing 2 amazing artists to the Dire Bear family. And huge thanks, of course, to our first adept Patreon in true Diamondback fashion in a manner that's chaotic enough for tonight. Mama Bear, didn't mean to make you cry. If we're locked out of stream next Wednesday, carry on, carry on. Your donations really matter. Remember to check out Patreon if you'd like to hear me butcher Queen on your behalf, or if you'd like to learn how to make some lovely voices for your games, your career, or just to impress your friends and parties. Take some time to peruse our merch while you're still here. Check out some of the other brilliant streams on the channel as well. We got the Oops All Bards party of Melody of the Maelstrom on Monday night. Every player in that bi-weekly ballad is a musician. Not their characters necessarily, but it's good times. If you're more of a creature of the night, why don't you sink your teeth into Valley by Night River City, a Vampire the Masquerade adventure spun on Tuesday evenings. And of course, tomorrow we've got the Swords, Sorcery, and Chivalry of a Knight's Ransom, a bracing adventure set in D&D 5e. And as far as I know, Saturday game is not starting yet, but the party's amassed, they're getting ready, so keep an eye out for it. You don't want to miss their premiere. Back to you, JT. Take us home.
All right. Well, with that, let's. Who we got for raid? I see. That's how we roll.
That's who I was looking at.
That's how
Cool.
we roll.
So let's send ourselves that way. With that being the case, thank y'all for coming out tonight and chilling and dealing with our shenanigans.
What's that mushroom called again? A nom. An M&M.
Do.
Amanita.
That 1,000-yard stare immediately.
Amanita.
Amanita.
Do you dare to imagine? Fuck off. Let's go.
Right.